device here, and when I move here, it moves there. Hang on, that was an accidental click. So I will go back to start. You notice here my accent color is green. The accent color can be changed by the end user, or the phones can be pre-shipped with a slightly different color. And as I pan down, you see I've got this particular phone customized for my tastes. Thematically, you're hearing us talk about that idea sort of a lot. In this case, I've got an office tile on here, and you haven't seen that yet, and so on. As an example, I'll go into the People Hub. You saw me do this before. There's my recent people. Here's all people. This is, I'm actually signed in on my Facebook account, so there's my latest Facebook update. I can pan over here, there's the what's new. These are my friends, what they're doing. If I want to comment on one of these things, I can touch the comment button, add my comment, and so on. Now I'm going to come back here, and I'm actually kind of waiting because I was expecting a phone call. This is part one of the risky demo. Is anyone trying to call me? It's a phone. We're hoping to show the phone.
Give me the number, I'll call you.
No, I'm expecting a particular person to call me. Well, okay, if she can't call me, maybe I will try calling her. So I was expecting a call from Kim Akers. So I wanted to show you what it looks like when someone calls. Hang on there. Accidental scroll. Come back here. Choose Kim. Here's Kim. I'm going to call her mobile. Let's see if she answers. So I'm making a phone call. You can see how the phone experience comes over the top. The background is dimmed. And we'll see if Kim answers. Hello? Actually, you will not hear the audio, by the way. Okay, now imagine I just made that call to Kim, and I got her voicemail. She didn't answer. But what I did, you saw on the screen there, it had her name and some information about her. I could have expanded it to show the keypad or, phone call functionality is all available. But what I did was I touched her name. And so what we were trying to show was if a phone call comes in, you see the imagery of the person, their name is hot. When you make a phone call, it's super common situation that happens. You make a phone call to somebody, you get their voicemail, and now you have a choice. Am I going to leave a voicemail, which is a somewhat inconvenient way for people to get the message, or would you rather send them a text? And so what we've done is make it super easy for you to switch over to a different form of communication with that person. Kim's name is on there, I entered the call, I touched her name, I navigate to this button, and so now if I want to send her a text, I just click right here and send her a text. Kim might be somebody who I communicate with a lot, so again, maybe I've made my phone call or she called me. I decide she has earned herself a spot on my start menu. I press the heart button, and now she's available right there up on my start menu, and I can navigate around with that. Okay, let's move on. We're going to go into the calendar, and I showed you a little bit of this before, but I'm going to do a couple different things here. This is the day view. What I'm going to do now is jump over to the month view, because I want you to imagine in my phone call with Kim, she said, oh, let's get together for lunch on Saturday. So I now navigated to my month view. I'm going to jump out here to Saturday and create an appointment for having lunch with Kim. So we'll go to noon. Oh, look at my demo device already has that there. And what we're going to do instead is we're going to go have dinner. I'm typing as fast as I can. Dinner with Mike. See, we're improvising on the fly. Now, what you probably noticed as I was typing was that the text keyboard was recognizing my stuff. It was putting candidate words up there, and it was correcting as I went along. And what you're probably noticing as you're looking at the screen is actually very intentional, because it did not get one of the words right. We're still tuning this, still plenty of work to do to get it done, but there's something that we're doing that's new, which is enabling real people to type as fast as they possibly can, which actually you could do pretty well, but then after the fact, look up, take a look at the word, say, no, it's not hover, it's have. I can go back to any word, reselect it, and pick a different candidate out of the list. And there's two scenarios where that's interesting. One is where the recognizer failed to get the correction. Another is where it corrected something that you typed right. I find myself typing lots of acronyms, not surprisingly, on my phone. And when I first put in an acronym that the dictionary doesn't recognize, it wants to correct it to some word. With this, I can always go back, select the word, and choose what I originally typed, if it had already made a correction. So trying to do these little things, we talk about this idea of smart design, anticipating what people need, being smart about when to make a correction, and a way to make it easy for people to go back is a part of the overall value proposition of what we're trying to deliver here. Okay, now I want you to imagine, I'm going to sort of move on. I've talked to Kim on the phone. Here I am in Vegas. There's lots of people from our team coming in. One of the things that's a key scenario is how do we enable the phone to connect you to the real world and do things like searches, find information while you're out doing your thing. So this is one of the riskier parts of the demo because I need to use the network. I'm going to push the search button, which is going to jump me in here to the Bing experience that's built into the phone. Search works contextually. If I'm in email and press search, then I search through my email. If I'm in the browser or on Start or somewhere where there's not a search experience available, then search gives me a Bing experience. And you notice there are nice little touches like these hotspots here. It's the Bing image of the day, but I can go up here and type. So we're going to do a couple of examples. Some people on our team are on a flight, Alaska 604. So I'm going to type in Alaska 604. Thematically, what we want the phone to be able to do is to respond to your questions in a way that saves you work. You know, we say it's designed for life in motion. And the idea there is to anticipate what people need and want and do things for them. So there are a bunch of things that we do that are instant answers built on the Bing backend engine, which is being built up as what you've heard us talk about, a decision engine to help people make decisions. When I type in Alaska 604, you see it figures out that's an airline flight, and it gets me the flight time. This flight is actually in the air. It departed at 10:36 a.m. from Seattle. It will arrive here at 1 p.m. Perfect timing for me to meet my friends and go have lunch once they get here. These instant answers actually do a lot of things. So I'll give you another example. You're out with your phone, you're in the city somewhere, you think, oh, tonight might be a good night to go to a movie. And if you type in Avatar, we want an experience where the back end and the client work together to serve up exactly what you want. We're talking to our Bing engine. It's trying to figure out whether there's a specific instant answer for this. And if I'm lucky, knock on wood, it's going to return in just a second and show me movie times local to me for the movie Avatar. And it's taken a while, so I'm going to try that again. Okay. All right, what I'm going to do, actually... Oh, there we go. I was about to switch to another phone. But you see, the service, obviously the service is still under development too. The service recognized this is something that you probably want an answer result. These are theaters that are local to where I am now. Every time we do a query, the service gets your location, so it can return a local result. That's the most interesting thing. And in this case, it figured out the theaters near me, and these are the next movie times for seeing Avatar here in Las Vegas.